Hey, what's up guys? And it finally happened. Stuart Dallas is now a midfielder in FPL. I like it! But it's time for the FPL 2021 to 2022 price reveal reaction part 2. So since my last video, lads, we've had a few new teams yeeted at us. But also some full player price lists as well leaked as well. Very cheeky. So let's start licking our lips, shall we? And get the magnifying glass out and start browsing at the ones that have been revealed. And Norwich, the team yelling timber, because they're going down. I'm yelling, bye-bye. It's not actually Norwich. It's actually, no. Which players do you actually want? And the answer to that is probably none of them. where, in my honest opinion, it would be very cruel on yourself if you had any of their players in your team. It just would. or, could it be time for another Pookie party? No, probably not. No, not really. But they did also leak the entire Norwich team as well, if you're interested. No, you're not interested. All right, move on. But to be honest, there isn't a single player in their team tickling my pickle at all. So, just a no for me. Like, I don't even think I want one of them as my water boy and just chilling on the bench. Like, I don't even want that. Go away. So I guess that's my price reaction to the Norwich players. As you can tell, I'm very excited about it. Yay. But next, something a bit more juicy to actually bite into, is it? It's Spurs. And oh dear, someone please get the phone out right now and make sure you haven't got any PPI claims or anything, because this is probably the biggest scam I've ever seen in my life. Like Lloris at 5.5 million. No one's going there, right? If Mourinho couldn't get them to keep clean sheets, then who is going to get them to keep them? Like, no. It just says a lot when Eric Dyer might actually be one of their better defenders. Oh dear. Then we have a go on my son, actually at a decent price at 10 million, especially for the season he's had, right? And also saying that it's lower than Mane and Sterling, which we'll get into later. It's not too bad, but probably still overpriced for a Spurs midfielder, yeah. Then we have Harold Kane. Wait, do we move to the Man City team already? Oh, I didn't realise. But nah, 12.5 million. Oh, crumbs. I can already feel the hole burning in my pocket from all that cash I'm about to splash on it, because even though I probably won't want him in my team, even though most of us probably won't want to pay that price, we probably will end up doing it, won't we? Oh dear. So hopefully he does actually go to Man City, and then instead of getting a Kevin De Bruyne, so we can just get Kane for Man City and then completely ignore Spurs. Yeah, I think that would be a good plan. Yeah. And then finally for them, we have Højbjerg. Nah, we're okay. Thank you, FPL. Like, did they really think this would be a player that we'd want to see the price of? No. But next, we have the bubble blowers themselves, West Ham, with Antonio Cheesestring Hamstrings at 7.5 million. Which is pretty damn good, right? If he can stay fit. Spoiler alert, he can't. But also the fact that they have Europa League and they'll have even more games. Players like Antonio, probably not going to be very good for FPL, especially later on down the season. But then we have the potato salad man, Southcheck at only 6 million. But to be honest, I'm probably not touching that. I mean, he'll probably be touching my bottom and spanking me every week when he ends up scoring. But nah, I'm not touching that. And then we have an Aaron Croswell at a very good 5.5 million. Yeah, that's not too bad. But then the best one out of them all, Soufal at only 5 million. Hey, yes, lad. Now, to be fair, at that price, welcome to the team, lad. Hey. But we did also have the entire Hammers team leaked to us as well. With the only ones being of note right now is a Masuaku at 4.5 million. If he's not injured for the entire season again. Wait, is that 4.5 million the amount of skill moves he tries a game? Was that his price? No, I think it's his price, right? And then we also have a Mark Noble in here at only 4.5 mil. Now, at that price, if they have Europa League, will they potentially give Noble a few more league games? Could we have a play-in midfielder at 4.5 million who also might take penalties? That would be pretty good. Definitely one to keep an eye out for, I would say so. But no, who are we kidding? Are you considering Mark Noble? Behave. But next is Manchester United. Ooh, Manchester, where we've got Bruno, the top point scorer out of anyone last season, and the player I actually owned for every single one of those points as well. I had him in my team all season. Could I do that again? But is that 12 million price tag a bit too much for a bit of a penalty merchant, you know? And you know what? It might be, and I might consider not getting him. Until I realise how good the opening fixtures are, and he's probably going to be about 70% owned. So do I really want to go without Bruno at the start? No. But then we also have the Mr. Slabhead man, Harry Maguire, at 5.5 million. But as you'll see in a minute, Luke Shaw is also 5.5 million. Even Wan-Bissaka is 5.5 million. Why would you go for Harry Maguire? So congratulations, Maguire. Welcome to the bin. I like it. But then we also have a Paul Pogba here. Wait, is this La Liga fantasy as well? Are we releasing Real Madrid players at the same time? What? And then we also have the Marcus injured Rashford, who could be okay, probably not. But with those prices, none of them quite tickling my pickle just yet. Maybe, but probably not. But they did also leak their full team to our beautiful faces here, where as you can see, both keepers are actually at 5 million. So if De Gea actually leaves, then could we have a nailed on guaranteed keeper for Man United at only 5 million? Could that be worth it? Probably. And to be fair, when you have Harry Maguire in defence, you do have to make about 10 saves a game. So yeah, it could be good for that. But then also we have a Brandon Williams at only 4 million, who could also get a loan to another Premier League team. Now that would be very good value. But enough of their players. Their two best players, the two best players in the league they have here right now. And those include Lingardinho at 7 million. And the Welsh Sonic, Daniel James, at only 6 million. Absolute bargain, lads. I got to get him in my team. I got to get him in. But also, where the heck is Phil Jones, man? We need a Phil Jones price reveal. Ray Jackman. But next, it's the villains, Aston Villa, where we got Martinez at 5.5 million. Nah, I know he could probably save the Titanic on his day. He's that good. But that's just not worth it, really, is it? No. You can bog off with that one. Grealish at 8 million, though. Well, that's not too bad. Especially considering it's for a Man United or Man City winger, you know. But now, will he actually leave? That's the big question. I don't know. Like, 8 million for a Villa attacker just seems way too much, doesn't it? But you never know. But then the best price out of all of their players right here, Ollie Watkins. Oh, yeah. Nah, he's still getting better and better. And potentially next season, he could have Grealish and Buendia assisting him for all the goals he's about to score. Now, that is pretty damn beautiful, if you ask me. So at his price, yeah, he's probably going in my team. Welcome, lad. But then England's best defender, Tyrone Mings, is also here. Who ordered Mings at only 5 million? Nah, I think I'm good. Thank you very much, but no. Nah, I hope he actually keeps doing well for England and people actually put him in their team, because then I can get all the other points from all the better defenders, right? Cheers, nice one. But the rest of their squad did also get leaked, with the likes of Ashley Young coming in at only 5 million as well as all of their other defenders as well. Now, but can you imagine if Ashley Young comes in and actually is one of the best defenders of the season? It could happen. It could happen. But then we also have Buendia at 6.5 million. Now that 1.5 million cheaper than Grealish. That is very sexy. Decent prices there indeed. Then next, the team that could have been my team, the best team in the world. The Swansea of the city. But it's not, so I like it. It's the actual playoff winners, Brentford. Boo! But now, apart from them ruining all of my hopes and dreams, I am actually excited for them to be in the Premier League. Apart from the fact I also want to kill all their players, alright. But here we have another 4.5 million goalkeeper, which actually seems quite popular, as you see later on. There's a few going around. We have an absolute pinnock at the back. Thank you, but no thank you. No one cares. But then we also have an Mbeumo at 5.5 million, who actually played as a second striker for some games for Brentford at the end of the season. Now, could we already have an out-of-position striker for a promoted team with good fixtures at the start, who could also potentially say a quite big differential as well? One to keep your eyes on, lads, I would say so. But then we have the main man himself, Ivan Toney. He might be a bit of a tap-in merchant relying on penalties half the time, you know. But if you do break the goal-scoring record in the Championship, then you're probably pretty okay at scoring goals, yeah. And especially with them having a great run of fixtures, it would be very, very rude not to chuck him in your team for that price, I would say so. Oh yeah, they did also list everyone for Brentford. But apart from Tony the Tiger, does anyone actually care about the rest? No, probably not. Moving on. Chelsea! The Champions League winners themselves. Probably rivaling for that Premier League title this season as well. But with these prices right here, they're definitely not rivaling my team, because it's just a massive no. We're the first player here. Wait, who is that again? Nah, it's only 5 million. Watch him be like 40% selected again like he was in Euro Fantasy. Like, an absolute madness. But apart from your team having good vibes if you add him in, it's definitely a no, isn't it? Timo Werner. Nah, this man, he can't even finish his dinner. He's just that bad right now. And FPL think we will actually pay 9 million for him. No, I don't think we will. Hurrah. But then we also have Mendy in goals at 6 million, which doesn't sound too bad until you realise your 6 million price goalkeeper could end up randomly getting dropped for Kepa every now and again. Yeah, I definitely don't want that in my team. And Azpilicueta at 6 million as well is probably just a bit too expensive, really, isn't it? It's a bit boring. Yeah, not enough for me. So basically, let's all pretend that all the Chelsea players have COVID and we have to socially distance away from all of them, not touching them in our team, all right? Yeah. Everton. Actually a ton of value in on some of their players right here, where we have a Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski at 8 million. So I can't wait to have him for the first 10 games where he scores 10 goals. And then he disappears off the face of the earth for the rest of the season and he's just terrible. Because that's just what's going to happen, isn't it? No, but why does that even happen? Why is that a thing? Then next, we have James. Just James. Who the heck is James? No, I assume it's James Rodriguez, not James. We don't know who a James is, do we? But we all know he's not staying at Everton, right? Is he? But 7 is actually decent if he stays. But again, if he stays, probably not. Richarlison as a forward though, nah, just get in the bin already. No one wants you there. Like, do you really want to be paying 7.5 million just so you can have a pigeon dance in your team? No. No goals, just vibes. But what could be very, very good right here? No. It could be amazing, spectacular, stupendous is Luca Dean. Didn't you? At only 5.5 million. No, that's an absolute bargain, that one is, lads. Like, honestly, I'm already scanning my club card on that one. He's getting in my team. Just get in my team already. You're amazing. But they also have really good fixtures straight at the start. So, yeah, Digne, you're in. Leicester City. But with them getting Champions League. Wait, they teased it all season and didn't get it again? Oh, how do they manage to do that? There we are. Then Europa League it is for you. Where we have a Schmeichel at a 5 million, which is actually pretty damn good. Yeah. The King, the Donny, Sir Iheanacho, who unfortunately probably won't be as good as last season, because when they get the likes of Barnes and that back, and also the new signing of Daka up front, they could potentially be switching up formation, also just rotating Iheanacho, so he might not actually get that many minutes. So will he be as good? Unfortunately, probably not. I cried already. And then we have the James Maddison at 7 million. No, thank you. Now, he's a proper rule breaker, isn't he? So you put him on your bench in his team, and then he'll somehow sub himself on, get a red card, and laugh in your face like, ha. Because that's just the type of guy he is. Come on. And then we have Mr. Retirement Home, the Red Bull drinking man, Jamie Vardy, who definitely won't be having a party in my team, at 10.5 million. Like, are you mad? I think I would rather Aubameyang for that money. And that's bloody Aubameyang. That's really saying something, isn't it? Man City. Oh, a dear. Oh, crumbs. Like, I know they are the cash club themselves, right? But you didn't have to price their players this high, right? Did you? No, okay. Well, we have a Ruben Diaz at 6 million. Right, who is paying 6 million quid for a defender who's probably never going to score? Like, that's for the type of person who finds milk spicy. No, I'm not having that. And then we have a Mahrez at 9 million. Actually pretty good. If he could play more than half of their games. A Raheem Sterling at 11 million. Nah, you're actually having a giraffe now, aren't you, FPL lads? And there is absolutely no chance he's worth 11 million. How can you price him more than Son, where you probably start a maximum of like 20 games? Like, no. What? Like, who can we pick? A Son or a Sterling? A Ferrari? Or a Mini Cooper? Yeah, I know what I'm going for. Probably none, to be fair. But at least we have the Belgian beast himself here. Kevin De Bruyne! At quite a pricey 12 million. That's not very nice, is it? Now, he probably still is worth it. But again, still quite expensive for a Pep Man City, where he will just end up benching Kevin De Bruyne in a game you probably got him in just to captain, and it's just the worst ever thing to happen in FPL, isn't it? So here's to hoping Kane just goes to Man City, so he can play most of the games, score all the goals. We only have to get in that player. Most people will probably get just Kane as well. And that will be lovely stuff. So if that could happen, very much appreciated. Yeah, go do it. Newcastle, the new of the castle, who will probably be looking for a nice relegation scrap this season. Yeah. But the sexy skiller himself, Saint Maximin, is 6.5 million, right? But as a forward. But no. Why is he a forward? I really don't understand. He has not been playing striker. 100% a winger. Like, no, what? Congratulations, FPL. You made a player 1% owned. No one is going to have him. But then we have Callum Wilson at 7.5 million. Pretty damn good that is, right? But you just know if you have him in your team, he won't score. And then as soon as you get rid of him, he goes and turns into a goal-scoring machine. Goal every game. That's just what happens with him. So there's no point even trying with him. Just leave him out. And then we have another 4.5 million goalkeeper on our hands. Oh, look, another one. With Dubravka, who could actually won to rival the Sanchez year, because a Newcastle goalkeeper that cheap who has to make a lot of saves That could actually be really good. Tempting. And then we have Almiron at 5.5 million. Now, we'll allow him to do his normal London Marathon that he usually does, but this time out of the team, because no chance we're touching him for that price. Southampton, oh dear. Now, these ones are probably actually the worst ones yet, in my opinion. Where we have the free kick merchant, Ward-Prowse, at 6.5 million. Like, I honestly think that's way too much for a player that's probably only going to get returns from set pieces. Like, I know he is one of the best free kick takers in the world, but still, that's just a bit pricey for me. You could say Ward pricey. Oh, I'm so funny. Then we have a Che Adams at 7 million. Not only was he quite inconsistent last season, you couldn't really tell when he was actually doing well, but he wasn't even getting consistent starts at the end of the season, so he might not even be a starter. Like, why would you want that for 7 million? No. Then Walker-Peters here at 5 million. Who did impress in the expected liveliness, right? He looked pretty good. But no, he didn't get that many points. He's definitely not worth 5 million. And then an Armstrong who basically did nothing all season and somehow got a price rise. Like, what? Why would anybody get him? Where Southampton were literally one of the worst teams for the second half of the season. Like, really, probably the worst team, actually. And usually with FPL, the pricing and positioning, they really look at the second half of the season. So I'm really surprised they priced Southampton players this high. Like, I think all of them are probably overpriced by about 500,000, maybe even 1 million in some cases. So I have no donkey clue how they got to that conclusion, but all I know is those prices are pretty despicable, and I'm not talking about minions. Terrible it is. But the second to last team we have, it's Watford, who were going to be just a big boy no for me, right? But actually have some pretty nice price players in there. With a Sarr at 6 million, who could do well against Liverpool and then not do anything for the rest of the season, probably. Their first choice goalkeeper is only 4.5 million. But then we also have the cycling goalkeeper at only 4 million. What? No, but he could actually play if Backman starts doing bad. So, Forster, you're in. Then also some other great options going around for them, with their best striker, João Pedro, at only 5.5 million. Bamford 2 confirmed? Probably not, but maybe. And then also a Danny Rose, who has rose from his death and might actually play football again, who is part of this Watford defence for only 4.5 million. Now, Watford actually did break the championship record for the least amount of goals conceded, so could they actually have a pretty good defence coming into here? I mean, it's slightly harder to have a better defence in the Premier League, right? But they could actually be quite good. So if Danny Rose actually has a good season, could he be pretty good? Maybe. No. What's happening? I'm considering Watford players in my team. I've had enough of FPL already. It's only just come back. Come on. And finally, the final team of price reveal teases we have, it's Wolves. Woof. Where we have a Raul Jimenez finally back at 7.5 million. Very good. Hope you're well, lad. And Adama baby old arms Traore at 6. No thank you. Not touching him. And also a Nelson Semedo and Big Willie at only 5 million. Maybe. Do I fancy a bit of Big Willie? Not too sure about that one. I'll get back to you on that. But some of their other defenders are also priced quite nice, with a Connor Cody and a Johnny priced at only 4.5 million. They could be good potentially later on in the season, I reckon. So, but Wolves, probably a bit of a hide and seek simulator here, right? Yeah, because you probably want to hide your team from all of their players because they don't even have a manager. You don't even know who's going to stay. You don't know who's going to leave. I think it's probably a stay away from now, and we'll see how they get on in a little bit. Yeah. But that is actually it for all the price reveal teases we've had over the last couple of days. Well, you never know. By the time you're consuming this very video, FPL could actually be live. Well, hey! And we might actually be ready to craft and graft all of our best teams as we all attempt to finish first in the world. Where, hey, no. Sorry, that's my job. But I'll leave you second place, right, lads? You can go there. I'm finishing first. There you go. But that is all for today. Thank you all for watching. And remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.